And today I'm going to be introducing 10 really good physical sweepers that you can put on your team. Now, there are a lot of physical sweepers out there. I would say more than special sweepers, and they're very diverse, and there are a lot of really good ones. So, the first one I'm going to introduce is Aegislash. And Aegislash is a really good Pokemon because of its stance change. It's able to transform into its attack form, which makes its attack 150 and special attack 150, or change to its defense form, which has its defense 150 and special defense 150. And this is my Aegislash set, so I give it Iron Head, Sacred Sword, Shadow Sneak, and King's Shield. So this set is it protects you from other attacks. People who have contact moves, as in like Fire Punch, their attack is lowered by 2, which is really great. No, not Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak is a very nifty priority move because your speed is super low, and Sacred Sword are for those dark and other steel guys, and Rocks. No, not Rocks. Rocks is Iron Head because it's stab. And item, I usually give it Air Balloon, but you can also give it Weakness Policy. It is able to withstand a super effective hit, usually. So next, I'm going to introduce Azumarill. Now, there are many Azumarill sets, and everyone knows why Azumarill is really commonly used. It's because of its ability, Huge Power, which doubles its attack. Normally, its attack's very low, just 50, but once you boost it to 199, this doubles. So it's like more than it's just like really high. Like it's 300 something something. I forgot, and combine that with a Citrus Berry and a Belly Drum, Azumarill is unstoppable. And the drawback of Azumarill is that its speed is really low, but you can use its Aqua Jet to cover that. Even though some things may resist it, like maybe like Dragonites, it still does a lot of damage. So Play Rough is great stab and nice physical fairy. It is also the only physical fairy type move. And Brick Break is for the steel and rock, steel walls that you might want to break. And so that is the Azumarill set. So next you have Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr provides a lot of coverage, and with its Iron Fist ability and Life Orb, it's able to cover a lot. So with Ice Punch, Mach Punch, Drain Punch, and Thunder Punch, all these punch-based moves, they get boosted by 1.5, which is so much better than having Guts ability and losing health every turn, because this does the same thing except you don't lose health. And the Bolt Beam, like as an Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, works really well and coverages a lot, so which is same thing as Thunderbolt and Ice Punch, which provides a lot of coverage. Conkeldurr provides decent amount of bulk, so you don't need to have any speed, and its speed stat is very low anyways. So that's Conkeldurr. And next, I'm going to be introducing Dragonite. Now, Dragonite is you could use it as a staller because of its ability Multiscale, which takes half damage from any attacks when it's at full HP. And so, but the only drawback is that if you have like Stealth Rocks, then then it's gonna lose its multi-skill ability. It won't, cause like it won't kick in. So I try to put it in the beginning of the battle. So I give it a weakness policy. So if it tries to go like Azumarill Play Rough, for example, or Greninja Ice Beam, multi-scale will make it half effective, so usually normal effective, and it has a lot of bulk, so it will be able to withstand the hit, and it could gain its attack and special attack. So this is the set I like to use. I like to give it a Dragon Dance, so you get the speed up, and then Extreme Speed to finish off some foes, and some guys like Talonflame who might Brave Bird priority you. So I like to do that because it usually when it KOs them. Dragon Claw is good coverage. Some people give it, it's good stab. Some people give it Outrage, but I like Dragon Claw because you could stop before they switch into a fairy type. And I like to give it Earthquake because it provides really good coverage. If there's like a steel Pokemon that resists both of your moves, Earthquake is there. You could also give it Fire Punch, but I think Earthquake is better. And I like Earthquake because like if Aegislash uses King Shield, then you don't get the minus attack. So next Pokemon is going to be my Kyurem Black. Now, Kyurem Black is a legendary Pokemon, and for some reason, well, they just don't put it in Ubers because its speed is too low, and therefore it keeps getting KO'd by other Pokemon. So this is really good for us OU users, and so to cover its low speed, we could give it a Choice Scarf and Outrage, Fusion, Bolt. There really is no ice move that's physical that this guy can learn, and as you can see, his moveset is pretty limited. So I like to give mine Iron Head for those pesky fairy types, and I like to give it, I don't know actually, Stone Edge, good coverage. Yeah, that's pretty good. Physical Scarf. Its attack is 170, and with its Choice Scarf, its special attack is its speed is pretty high, so you will be able to sweep a bit with this guy. Next, I'm going to be talking about, where is it? Okay, here's my Scizor, and Scizor has been on my team for a very long time until recently. I've sort of switched to I'm using Dragonite now. But Scizor works very well because you always are able to get a Swords Dance in, and then you just spam Bullet Punch because it takes down almost everyone. Like, for example, like you have a Azumarill, and then it goes like Aqua Jet. You lose some health, you use Swords Dance, and then you could just Bullet Punch and 1-hit KO it because it's priority. And for the things that resist, you could use Brick Break and Bug Bite. Because if it's Technician ability, power is 90, and you could also eat the target's berry if they have one. So I think that's kind of cool. So that is some physical sweepers. We are now going to do some megas. And there are a lot of megas out there. But here are the ones that I use. So number one is Pinsir. Pinsir Mega, very useful. Ability Aerolate, which makes its normal type moves 1.3 times more damage, and it's flying type. So obviously Pinsirite, and moves Quick Attack, good priority, Return, which both become flying because of aerial aid. And Earthquake is very good coverage if there's like a steel wall kind of thing, or rocks, or electricity. So those are all the three things that will resist your flying type, and Earthquake will cover all of them. So that is very helpful. And I like to give mine Sword Dance. Usually it's very hard to get Sword Dance in because it has very low bulk. It's only like it's only defensive, more defensive. So next, Charizard Mega X. Charizard Mega X. Now, a lot of people use Charizard Mega X and Mega Y. I use both, and here is my Charizard Mega X set. So I always try to get a Dragon Dance in, and then I just try and Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Flare Blitz. And its ability, Tough Claws, make the contact attacks do 33% more damage. So your Flare Blitz will do 33% more damage, your Dragon Claw will do 33% more damage, and Earthquake is just there for coverage. So against like maybe some rock types, some steel types, sometimes I like to use it instead of Flare Blitz because I don't like the recoil. Next, we have Mawile Mega. Mawile Mega is a very good sweeper, physical sweeper, and this is the set I like to use. Sucker Punch, great power, and it's a priority move too. That works really well. Iron Head. Iron Head, very good stab, and sometimes you even get the flinch, so I like that. Play Rough and Swords Dance. So once you get one Swords Dance in, this guy is unstoppable because of its huge power ability. It doubles its attack stat. So this 339 is doubled. So that's like 700 something something. That's a giant attack stat. So it's a very good guy to use, and it even has a bit of bulk to set up. So Mawile Mega is definitely one of the best Mega Sweepers. And then we have these guys are newbers. Well, I'm going to introduce one other Pokemon that I like to use, which is Talonflame, and Salamence. So these two, although they're not Mega, they act like Megas, and they are both in my team. And here are the things that I like to use on them. Salamence, Choice Scarf, a great combo. Because Salamence isn't one of the fastest Pokemon, with Choice Scarf, it's able to outspeed Garchomp and some of those Pokemon like Espeon, and they don't expect it. So I always love my Salamence. This provides very good coverage, but you don't really want to get locked in with Stone Edge because of its low accuracy. So this is my build for Salamence. It works very well, and you should use on your team, definitely. And the next Pokemon that's really good physically is my Talonflame. And the good thing about this guy is its ability, Gale Wings, so it gives priority. I like to give mine Sharp Beak. Other people may give it Choice Band, but Sharp Beak works well. Flare Blitz, very good stab. Brave Bird, really good stab. Swords Dance to raise your attack. Roost to recover from the recoil damage. So, usually I use Swords Dance and Roost when there is a Pokemon that I know it's going to switch out, like if I send it out against a Ferrothorn, or I use it when there's a Sucker Punch sweeper. So those are some good physical sweepers that you should use on your team. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.